Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridgemaster. We're going to do an expert series today. Expert A11 through A15 probably. Let's have it go. Oh no, a grand slam, I have to take all 12, 13 tricks. Okay, cool. Well, I better play the ace here. Is this a trump coup or something? I'm going to think before playing the ace. There are like, okay, you can't possibly make your contract without playing the ace. So in Bridgemaster, it's right to play the ace. But there can be hands where, like, at trick one, you discover the contract you're in is impossible, and you lose a trick here, so that instead of going down 2, you go down 1. But okay, probably that's not going to happen here. So clearly, we have our only concern is losers in the trump suit. Yes, this is a trump coup. I understand. If any defender has 4 clubs, including the jack, we look like we're in trouble, right? We'll play the ace and then the king, and his partner will show out, and we'll know, oh no, the jack is going to score a trick. There are some things we could do to try to prevent that. One of them would be, well, we could try a low club towards the 10. And then, even though East does have jack fourth, we would still make the contract. We could even try like cashing the ace first, just in case West has the singleton club, and only then take the finesse. However, while that does succeed against jack fourth here, it fails against many more common layouts, like jack doubleton or jack third here. So that's a no-go. So we really should cash the first 2 rounds ace-king to make sure we survive in the common layouts of the jack not being in a long hand, long suit. But how can we recover if it turns out that one defender does have jack fourth? Well, if West has jack fourth, we're pretty much dead. He's never going to play the jack unless we play something lower first. He'll definitely win a trick, and we won't make our contract. However, if East has jack fourth, we can try to arrange that we lead from dummy at a time when the south hand has only 2 cards left, the queen and 10 of clubs, and East only has 2 cards left, the jack and small of clubs. In that case, East will have to ruff small and all over ruff with the 10, or high and all over ruff with the queen. That's the idea. So the way to do that is, notice I said I need to get to a position where I have 2 clubs and he has 2 clubs. In order to do that, I need to ruff things to get my trump holding to match his in length. At this time, we don't know that East has jack fourth of clubs, but because it's possible, we should try to protect against it. And that means immediately, let's start roughing stuff. I don't have many entries to dummy to rough with, so this is the thing this is a protective measure. Now I can like test clubs, and if they split, forget about this idea of roughing them, just draw trump and claim. However, our fears have materialized, or else you could say our plans have come to fruition, or have paid off. They haven't come to fruition yet. It turns out East did start with 4 clubs, including the queen. He's played 2 now, so he has 2 left. If I cross to dummy in hearts and ruff a spade... Ooh. That's true, you're right. I did play it wrong. Aw, sneaky, sneaky. We shouldn't cross to dummy yet. So, okay. Let's think a little bit more carefully about what shape we need East's hand to be. We need East to have 4 clubs exactly, right? And we need him to have at least 3 hearts and 3 diamonds, right? Because we need him to follow suit as we're playing all these diamonds, all these red cards. But if we lead spades too soon... Actually, wait, maybe what I did was fine. Not quite. No, it wasn't. So we want to get rid of these heart winners, or win these heart winners while they're still winners. We don't want to play like one heart and then let him pitch a heart on a spade. And likewise, now we have to cash king, oops, jack, ace. And now we lead a spade, and finally, the culmination. East only has 2 clubs left, and therefore has to ruff, and we can ruff as well. So I think the point is that you do have to cash all the winners in one red suit before you touch spades. Just in case, East has only 2 spades and can pitch his cards in that red suit. You could still, like, fail. Like, if East had... Well, you can only fail in cases where it's impossible to succeed, right? Can't you? If East had 5, 2, 3... Yeah. I guess that's the point. We need East to have at least 3 of each red suit. But if we just play one winner in that red suit and then ruff, it might be that East had 4 clubs, 2 spades, only 3 in the suit that you actually led, and therefore 4 in the other suit. By cashing everything in one red suit before taking any ruffs, you ensure that if East can discard something, then you were toast anyway, in a way. Because we've found him to have 4 clubs, we found him to have 3 hearts. If he has only 2 spades and can discard, then it must be the case that diamonds were his 4-card suit anyway, and he can't discard usefully. We still get to win 3 of them. Okay. Tricky. Maybe Fred can explain it better. Ruff a spade in case of Jack 4th, setting up a trump coup. Of course, draw trumps. Shorten your trumps. If East has 3, 3, 3, 4, you can't go wrong. But if he only has 2 spades, you have to guess whether he's 2, 4, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4, 4. Do you? I thought I was just saying that it works out either way. 4. Two. Yeah, I guess if it turns out the suit that we cashed in was his 4-card suit, he could still have a 3-card suit in the other red suit. Cash all 3 of the one he has 3 of. Then play another spade and ruff. Yeah. So on this deal, they've arranged that whichever way you guess turns out right. Because guessing is not the important part. Setting yourself up to be able to make it is the important thing. Okay, once again, we have a strong count on West's hand, point-wise, right? We have 11. Dummy has 10. That's 21. Oh, this is going to be a scissors coup? That's happening? Looks like it. I never quite understood scissors coups, but I think it applies here. West has 15 to 17. And we said we have 21. So call West on average 16, give or take 1. That's 37. So East has 3, give or take 1. West 9 of clubs screams that he has a doubleton. You might think maybe a singleton if he had an open 1 no trump. But no trump openers do not contain singleton 9s. So West has exactly 2 clubs. Which means if we just do the obvious thing and immediately turn our attention to trump, then West will win, probably, cross to his partner in diamonds and get a club ruff. Or maybe that would be fine. But even worse would be if East won with a singleton king, let's say, gave his partner a club ruff, and then West crossed in diamonds and East gave his partner another club ruff? No, that doesn't matter. The issue would just be that we've lost 2 spades, a diamond, and a ruff. Yeah. So if East has a spade honor, then he can get in to give his partner a ruff no matter what, right? Well, not really if it's honor doubleton. If it's honor stiff, then he can do that anyway. In which case, I think we're just dead, right? We're losing a diamond, 2 spades, and a ruff. But if he has a spade honor that's not singleton, we can prevent the ruff by doing this. Make them use up their diamond entry before they're ready to give West a ruff. We win this and play a spade. West wins, but can't give yourself a ruff, you poor slob. So we win, knock this out as well. And we still have to guess hearts. Did I get something wrong here? No, they showed us that East had the king of diamonds, very politely. Which means he can't have a queen. His partner wouldn't have enough points for his bid in that case. I mean, we can do this just for fun, but... yeah, East jumped in with the king of diamonds. Well, I don't know. There's not a good reason for that, really. Hoping to give his partner a ruff, but he knew it wouldn't work. I don't know. They should... a real defender, I don't think, would have shown me the king of diamonds there. And then we'd still have a guess in hearts. Interesting. Does Fred have anything to say about why that happens? Yes, okay. That was something I was thinking about, is people with the ace and king in the same suit like to lead that suit. I thought maybe, with this doubleton you would lead it anyway, but no. That's fair enough. Nobody's leading a small doubleton when they have an ace-king to try. Okay, fair enough. Next up, A13. 1-6. Easy auction. The diamond suit is obviously at issue here, right? There's... We have certainly a club loser. It's not going anywhere. There's nothing we can pitch it on. So we have to lose no diamonds. If the diamonds are 3-2, it's easy. Just play ace, king, queen, and then the last diamond's a winner. If diamonds are 4-1, and West has the jack, or has the 4 of them, well, first of all, if it's 4-1 and the jack falls, also easy. If West has jack 4th, we can still succeed by playing ace, king, discovering that West has jack x remaining, then finesse the jack. If East has jack 4th, it's not so easy. We could try cashing... well, okay, here. We'll cash the ace first. West really ought to play the 9 here if he has it. Yeah, good play. Why is that a good play? Well, if you have jack 9 4th, and you're a good player, you'll know that Declarer is going to want to finesse the diamonds, right? And since you have the 9, you know the only way he can finesse them is through you, playing you for the jack fourth. Therefore, he's about to play the king and then find out the finesse is working and load the 10. If you play the jack, you give declarer another option. Sorry, if you play the 9, you give declarer another option. Declarer could now play the queen and then finesse east for the jack, right? Since the 9 is now gone, you can run the 10, cover the jack with the king, and win the 8. So this is what's known as a mandatory false card. False card being a term for like playing a higher card than necessary when following suit. And this is mandatory because, like, you should like when you're false carding, generally speaking, you should mix it up so declarer can't like get a read on your hand. You should sometimes false card and sometimes not, so that declarer can't know for sure what you have. Here, you should always false card. This one is mandatory. Because if you play low, declarer will only have one choice, and it's the choice that works. By playing the 9, you give declarer another possibility. So, we don't know which way to play the diamonds. I'm inclined, there are a lot more hands jack 9 fourth than there are singleton jack. So I'm inclined to say the person with the 9 is with the jack is more likely to be west still. But we obviously can't take a finesse here. So we play the king. Oh no, it was actually a singleton 9. I'm sure Bridgemaster is going to arrange it, so no matter which way we do it, it's... If I cash the queen here... Oh yeah, it was a mandatory false card. I got you, right? So either way is fine. I think this is the way you should do it at the table. And now it looks hopeless, right? We have to lose a club and a diamond. But not quite. If it should happen that East also has 5 clubs, then we've got him. Because he's the only one stopping this 2 of clubs from being a winner in that case. It's unlikely for the player with 4 diamonds to have 5 clubs, but it's the only thing we can hope for, so we should hope for it. So we cash a couple major suit tricks to see how things are looking. East has followed to 2 rounds of both. So in our dream world, he was dealt 4 diamonds, 5 clubs, and 2 of each major. We should see him discarding on both majors here, right? No, wait. What am I doing wrong? Shouldn't... Shouldn't that have worked? We should have a count on everything now, right? West pitched a spade on the second round of diamonds, and they both followed to 3 of everything. So West had 4 spades, East had 3. My plan was going to be ace, king of spades, lose a spade to East, East has to lead a diamond away, right? Why didn't that happen? Obviously, at the table, the answer would just be because you were unlucky. But with Bridgemaster, the answer is always because Fred is punishing you for making a mistake. What was the mistake? Was I supposed to cash clubs first? Why does that matter? I don't know. Maybe there's some reason this is still going to work. I don't think so, though. Nobody's played any clubs. Right, I play this. West wins, and yeah, we're dead. So we win this. I guess there's some reason we're supposed to play clubs first? I don't get it. Or actually, hang on. Does it matter what order I play the majors in for some reason? I don't think so. Because I think the only way we can make this is if East has 5 clubs. Right? Oh, I think I understand the problem. The problem... Well... I can choose which opponent I'm able to finesse and which one I'm not. Right? Yes. Okay, so I cashed this. The 9 falls. Now I have a choice where before I didn't. And I should cash the major suits first before committing to a line in diamonds. Right? No. Cash the clubs even before that? This ace, I'm confident, is right. Cash clubs now to make sure they're both following, because if one of them showed out, I would definitely know which one to try to end play. Neither of them shows out. Now play majors. Now someone shows out? No. Boy, I am missing something here. The worst thing is I've done this one like a million times. I don't think there's any reason not to lead the ace first, right? And I can't duck a club. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to duck a club now? Maybe I'm thinking about the wrong end play. I guess... Yeah... So if you duck a club, you give up on the possibility of end playing a person who has 5 clubs and 4 diamonds. But if someone does have 5 clubs, you'll know about it and can play for them not to have 4 diamonds because that's unlikely. I think that might be the answer. So still go ahead and cash this. Duck a club. Now we find out, oh, look at that. East has 5 clubs. West pitching a spade. So West had 4 spades. East had 3. And also 5 clubs. So we play on hearts as well. And we see East had 3 hearts, at least. So East had 3 hearts, 3 spades, and 5 clubs. That's 11. We saw 1 diamond... No, wait. Did I count wrong somewhere? At least 3 hearts, maybe 4. Yeah, so now East doesn't have room for 4 diamonds anymore. The only person who can possibly have 4 is West, so we can play low to the king and be sure it'll work. Yeah, this is better than my line. I mean, it's quite unlikely that the person with 4 diamonds would also have 5 clubs. If that were the case, my line would succeed. And this line would fail, I think. Yes. Because you can't actually test either major before committing. But it's much more likely the person with 5 clubs doesn't have 4 diamonds if there is someone with 5 clubs. So the idea is to try to play 3 rounds of each suit to find out if anyone has any 5-card suit. And in case that suit is clubs, you should duck a club early. You give up on the end play I was going for, but you are much more likely to succeed in the more common case, where what you're getting is a count on the diamond suit instead of an end play. Okay. Now this looks like a spade diamond squeeze, right? Is it a crisscross? No. Just a simple squeeze. So we have... Okay, simple squeezes, man. How do I... Could I possibly provide a crash course in 5 minutes of a video that there are... It took me quite a while to understand this reading a book. So the idea with a squeeze is you take advantage of having threats in 2 different suits, usually in 2 different hands, but not always. And here by a threat, we mean a card that could become a winner if an opponent discards something. In this case, spades or diamonds, either one of them could be 3-3. Wouldn't that be nice? Because we have 4, 5, plus 2 3s. So 3 spades and a heart is 4, 8. We have 11 tricks. If diamonds or spades is 3-3, that'll be 12. We could test those suits by leading ace, king, queen, and see if it's 3-3. If either one of them is 3-3, we'll be fine. What if neither of them is 3-3, though? Is there a chance? Well, if neither of them is 3-3, then we have a diamond threat. The 5 of diamonds might be a winner if somebody discards their diamond. And the 5 of spades might be a winner if somebody discards their spade. And in a squeeze, you succeed when a single opponent... Well, in a simple squeeze. You succeed when a single opponent has both of those holdings and can't afford to keep them both. So we could get to a position where there are what? How many? I'm not good at visualizing the position you're going to be in when a squeeze matures because that's not how I learned to do it. But eventually we could get to a situation where South has just 1 card, the 5 of diamonds. Sorry, multiple cards, obviously. 3 cards, I guess, right? No, 2 cards. 2 cards is enough. You would have the 5 of diamonds and the 4 of spades. North also has only 2 cards. The ace of spades and the 5 of spades. Now, what is someone sitting east or west supposed to do if they have the jack of diamonds and their partner has no diamonds, and they have, the jack 10 or whatever, 2 relevant diamonds? That's spades, 2 relevant spades, and their partner doesn't have any spades. You have to hang on to your 1 diamond, or I'll just cash my last diamond. And you have to hang on to both spades, or else I'll cash dummies 2 spades. But there's only 2 cards left. You have to play one of them. So that's when you're squeezed. As a technical matter, in order to execute a squeeze such as this, a simple squeeze, you have to do a number of things, but the thing that's relevant at the moment is this squeeze won't work if I have any cards left that I'm certain to lose. This 2 of hearts is a problem, because if we take that 2-card end position I was describing, where I have, or 3-card rather, where I have a diamond. No, it was only 2-card. I guess it was a 3-card end position. Everyone had discarded. We were playing like Trick 11. Everyone would have to come down to 2 cards. These 2 hands are easy to handle. The opponent can't come down to 2 cards. But if I still have the 2 of hearts to lose, suddenly the player who looked like they had a problem before doesn't anymore. They have 3 cards. They can keep a diamond and 2 spades, while I keep a heart, a diamond, a spade, and dummy keeps 2 spades and a heart. When I play a heart, they'll be squeezed, but I won't be on lead anymore. Their partner will be cashing 100 hearts and laughing at me. So we have to lose this heart, getting rid of what's known as the idle card. We call this rectifying the count. There's a lot of terminology around squeezes, and I'm not going to give you a whole tutorial. I'm doing my best to give you a crash course. There's a reason you have to duck, and it's because the 3-card ending is no good, whereas the 2-card ending is good. Now we have to unblock the diamonds so that we can finish cashing our winners ending in this hand. Because this is the hand with the threat card not accompanied by an entry. So East indeed has 4 diamonds. That's important to take note of. We don't really care what's happening in any suit but diamonds. Of course, what happens in spades is important. If the spade is a winner, we can cash it, and if not, we can't. Oh, I guess I didn't actually... This is fine. This ending has still worked. The squeeze is still fine here, which I knew, but I sort of forgot. I was claiming I would be coming down to a 2-card ending, and I came down to a 3-card ending. So let's put it back the way I said it was going to be. So here, East is the one with 4 spades and apparently... Sorry, 4 diamonds and apparently 4 spades. So he now has to go from 3 cards to 2 cards while hanging on to 1 diamond and 2 spades. An impossible decision. So he pitches a diamond, hoping I haven't been counting the suit. But I have. The diamond's a winner. We get rid of the spade, and the spade wins. If he had instead pitched a spade, we would just cash on these 2 spade tricks. So that is a simple squeeze. It's furthermore characterized as an automatic simple squeeze because you don't have to be as careful. What do they call the other kind? Directional simple squeeze. I mean, there's others, right? A crisscross and so on. But this was an automatic simple squeeze, the very simplest kind of squeeze you can do. It would be simpler if they hadn't given me this heart, actually. If they had, if this were the king of hearts instead, the squeeze would almost play itself. Well, you have to be careful not to cash the spades too soon. If you cash the spades, you'll be in trouble. And I think a lot of players who don't know what they're doing would cash the spades to test them and find out, uh-oh, they're not 3-3, and then uh-oh, I didn't make my contract. But in addition to making sure not to cash the spades, you also have to make sure to duck a heart here. So it's not the easiest automatic simple squeeze, but it is the easiest kind of squeeze, i.e. an automatic simple squeeze. Oh, this one is... This looks familiar to me. We have 5 spades, 3 clubs, and a diamond, right? That's 9 tricks. Right? 5, 8, 9. Yes. So I just have to take one more trick. Looks like the King of Hearts is going to be a winner, right? Well, not if West roughs the return, sadly. And so we kind of have to decide, are we playing the king here or small? And I believe the answer is small. Which looks a little suspect, right? Because what if West follows suit? We had the King of Hearts, our 10th winner, and we just didn't take it. But if West follows small, we're going to be fine, because that means the hearts are establishing, and I can just cash these hearts to pitch my diamond losers. But if West is roughing this heart, and you play the king, you're going to be in trouble. West will rough, and put a diamond through. And now you don't have time to establish a long heart to pitch a diamond, in addition to the club that can pitch a diamond. So you're going to have a diamond loser. If you duck, West can't usefully rough, because the king is still a winner. And then when East continues hearts, forcing out the king, we're in a position where we have 2 diamond losers to get rid of. One can go on a club, and the other one can go on an established heart. Right? I've now arranged that this heart is a winner, and as long as nobody has 5 trumps, we're going to be fine. And if anybody did have 5 clubs, we were kind of toast there, so we just draw all the trumps, pitching dummies, queen of diamonds, ace of clubs, and cross to dummy, which is good. And East couldn't have, say, like, when we duck the King of Hearts, East couldn't switch to something. Because if he does, we just win it, and then the King of Hearts is our 10th winner. So continuing hearts for his partner to rough was really the best play. Oh, right! If spades were 5-0, we were still fine, because West had already roughed once. So there were only 4 spades left at that point. Sure. Okay, cool. Let's go see what Fred's description of the squeeze is here anyway. Does he have anything much to say, or just say what you should do? If either spades or diamonds are 3-3, but you can also get a trick with a squeeze if anyone has length in spades and diamonds. A simple 2-suit squeeze, specifically an automatic simple squeeze. A squeeze can only mature when you have all the tricks but one. Yes, i.e. no more tricks that you are certain to lose. But there is one, so you have to rectify the count. Losing tricks to correct the number of losers. In this case, we have to duck a heart. We can afford to cash a couple of other things before doing this, but there's no reason to. So just rectify immediately. Cash diamonds. If they're 3-3, you're home. If anyone has 4 diamonds, you run your hearts and clubs and hope that player also has 4 spades. And the same thing works against West, yes. And if spades or diamonds are 3-3, sure, you can just cash them. And hope for the best. Sure, okay. Thanks, Fred. Does this count, by the way, as me not having finishing this one? No, I have. Well, apparently last time I did 16, I failed. So that'll be an interesting start to the next expert video. But maybe that was just seeing what would happen after I succeeded. We can always pretend that was the case, huh? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.